Hello, everybody. My name is Dainis, and I am planning on doing a primarily technical broadcast today. Um, and it's about having me do take care of your online publishing, virtual media dissemination, virtual product creation, all those types of needs. Um, so I don't know. I mean, my guitars are on the corner. I might pick up a guitar and play a tune or two. Um, but I figured what I would do is just come online and basically share that I've had sort of these plateaus in my life where I have everything figured out for my own information publishing needs, right? So if I go here, there's Facebook here. I can go to curetonitis.org, and then I can go to for another one maybe I can go to ClickFunnels, and I've got a whole bunch of websites actually. I'll go to Bible Experts as well. Bible Experts. We don't need to look at the plugins. Where else are we going to go? Let's take a look at ads.world. That's me looking at the actual. Oh, there I actually am logged into ads.world. So go to ads.world, go to the dashboard. And I guess what I could do, there's the back end, there's the back end of ClickFunnels, here's the back end of curetonitis.org. And see, I have not seen this. Autoresponder has caused a sending error, could not instantiate mail function. I don't know why that's the first time it wasn't happening this morning, because I'm pretty sure I was in the back end of this website this morning, or at least I was in there yesterday. And basically, information publishing, like having a website online, it used to be like, I'm going to compare 10 years ago and 20 years ago. So even further than that, in 1991, one of my first sort of serious jobs, I was 20 years old, was to be a technical writer at US Robotics. Moving forward through to financing my education in music composition as a computer literacy instructor and a technical writer and a webmaster, I've noticed a really specific change in the technical and in the technical publishing environment. Basically, with this dawning of the information age, while I was teaching at Butler University in Indiana, which could have been the happiest 3 years of my life. I really, really enjoyed the university, the people at Jordan College of Fine Arts, being able to teach there. I really liked Indianapolis too as a city. So that was really, really pleasant. But while I was teaching computer literacy, I was preaching the dawning of the information age. And for people who are coming on, basically, while I'm sort of talking, I'm also making an offer to people who find it problematic to publish their information online. Maybe you've got a website that needs a makeover. Maybe you have a business that you want to launch. And I'm toying with the price of approximately $1,997 per year or $197 a month. And so and now my mom is coming in. So Sveik Mamin, I'm on Facebook Live. Okay. And basically it's the motion of the technical environment. I literally, like, if you were a student of mine at Butler University, I almost want to apologize, because I said that technology was our servant, or it should be our servant, right? We did the whole CMOM methodology, and we looked and we searched for what we wanted, and basically it was the human being is the commander and the technology is the servant. I really moved things into a kind of master and servant relationship, where we are empowered as humans with the technology that we use. And the technology-enabled projects that the students did, I still remember how wonderful they were. They were fantastic. And so let's move now from the turn of the century to today. Like around 2008 still, if you needed to dig into code and you weren't someone who knew HTML or PHP or CSS or whatever you needed to know, even some type of scripting, like you could look at the technical reference manuals, you could figure out how the code works, and you could do all kinds of stuff. You could make forms, you could sell stuff, you could do all kinds of stuff. And the publishing environment right now is, and I mean, I guess people are watching. I'm very interested. Like, if you are watching, text me a comment as to, kind of what you're interested in. I'm not sure if, I hope I get it on my screen. I'm getting camera effects. I don't want to do any camera effects, but maybe drop me some kind of some kind of comment so that I can answer any questions you may have. And this broadcast is basically dedicated to technical publishing. We can also incorporate the concept of the profitable virtual and physical business integration. And what that means is that if you create a physical product, please, and you're still kind of wondering how you can use the virtual space and social media to increase your profits and increase your sales and increase your engagement and increase the likability of your product and loyalty and this type of stuff, get in touch with me, right? Let's look at your product. Let's look at your virtual and physical cycle, right? And let's increase its profitability. And today, I just kind of had the feeling, geez, I just set everything up for myself again. I basically had been out of commission for about 10 years. Not completely out of commission, but close, right? Some of the people who know me a little bit more personally know why, but I had to rebuild all my businesses. And when you rebuild your businesses, you have to buy everything again, right? So here I have, CurateDainis.org. It's a server. I've got, this WooCommerce and the products and Buddy Boss, the themes, and LearnDash is the learning platform, blah, blah, blah. And every time when I use these things, I generally buy a multi-license. Like I don't buy a single license. I buy either 5 or 10 or whatever it is. And so I set it up for myself. And so if you have something that you're considering launching online, and you have something called a lead magnet, and let's go ahead and take a look at how I have, if you've this recently acquired Dainis course structured. So the way I have this structured right now is, if you've recently acquired Dainis, you go here, you watch this video, right? And interestingly enough, I don't.
Hello and welcome everyone. My name is
right at it's
the best conditions to use.
It's 20 minutes and
yes. And
57 seconds long.
Again, necessitate
and I think it's right at 10 minutes. Right at some minutes, I'll turn off. I'll mute it. Right at whatever minutes, it says, if you want to continue watching this video, put your email in. Now, it's really kind of unfortunate that, and we're going to wait. I can't remember what minutes I set it to, and I could go to the back end of the tool that makes that possible. I'm just going to kind of be talking there, and at some point it should stop, and it should gather. There it is, right? Well, okay, so I remembered the timing. Hope you like our presentation. Please enter your email address to continue watching, and then you have to enter an email address. I won't do that now, but it gathers the email. There are 10 modules, and you can see 9 years ago, saw the website and love it. 9 years ago, somebody had a downloading thing. Yeah, look at that. 3 donations, 231.56 of $100,000 goal. Don't come to me if you want to learn sales. Come to me if you want your website to work, you want your technical stuff to work, if you have a business that you want to launch and you want everything to look good, you want everything to work really, really well. I've got this little thing here, right? You can chat. The chat works. Everything, the sales stuff works. It's $197 to purchase the course, but then if you put in your email, it sends you a coupon code for $100 off. That works. So for example, let's say you do like a fitness thing, and nowadays, it's just kind of the scene that you have to gather leads, and I find it a little bit sad that kind of everything isn't out there, and then people just kind of give people money if they like them. Like, I think that would be a nicer way to do commerce than to have to like pitch and do all this other stuff. But basically, if you're like a fitness person, this could be your introductory lesson. And then in the middle of the introductory lesson, you gather the email address so that they continue. Then they get to the rest of it. And then for them to take that course, they would have to pay. So it can be, whatever price. It can be a $2,000 course, and then you email them a $500 coupon, whatever it is. I have all the tech stuff, and if you'd like to do a business makeover, if you'd like to launch a business, again, the estimate that I'm looking at is around $197 a month. I kind of don't want, like, that's if you're a friend of mine and we know each other, because the business sort of grabbing everything down from the server. But I'm thinking like $1,997 a year. And why, one of the reasons why I'm looking at that, like this ClickFunnels thing, it costs $99 a month. That's not peanuts. That's not small change. And let's say you've purchased ClickFunnels, and you still have to make everything. Like, you still have to do everything, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you my ClickFunnels, and I wonder if I have a way to fuzz out the names of the email addresses, because I don't want to show that. This is a screen. Let me go to PAP webcam. It looks like I would just go to webcam. That's just me. And this is picture-in-picture desktop. Isn't that neat? Somebody give me a thumbs up on that. Ask me anything you like. Let's see if we have any questions. Sveiki Vilni. Hi, Greg. Sveiki Anita. This Facebook Live. Oh, look at that. Why did it change to that? I didn't actually do that. Oh, that's because that's my. I see. The thing that I'm seeing is about a 10-second delay. So I'm just online having a discussion, saying, oopsie, that's kind of, then it sort of sinks in. So why don't I switch to webcam? That's just me. I'm just kind of saying, hey, just like late 90s, I guess interestingly enough, late 2000s, and now it's late 2010s. It's the teens. I'm here, and I had to get everything ready for myself, and why not help you do it too? And the thing is that, as somebody who's been involved in this space for 28 years now, it's gotten much more frustrating. A lot of times I'll do my plan for the day, and let's say I have to be somewhere at, I don't know, I had to be somewhere at 2 in the afternoon. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to create, I'm going to spruce this up on this product. I'm going to create this form. I'm going to make the sales thing. 10 years ago, 30 minutes. Now, 3 hours, several technical support requests. It's just a nightmare. Stuff isn't compatible. People aren't using the appropriate naming conventions. I don't mean to. Well, maybe I don't want it to come across the wrong way, but I think the education system, I've seen what Bill Gates is doing with Common Core, and it's an absolute disaster. I think that the people that are involved in IT, they're just, they just don't think as clearly as they used to 10 years ago, like 10, 20 years ago. If you wanted to do something, you could just read a technical reference manual, figure out how to do it, and do it. Now, this doesn't work with this, and here you have to pay that, and then. It's just it's a disastrous environment. I'm speaking specifically of WordPress. I'm going to go ahead and show you my sequence. I'm going to go here. So this is something called a lead magnet. I'm the creator of Simplified Solfeggio, which is a simplified way of using integer note names to be able to sight sing very, very quickly. And the specific areas where I have materials and that are available for people to learn from is in songwriting, sight singing, and in playing the guitar. Now, I'm not that great of a guitarist, but this methodology is really powerful for picking up how to play the guitar. I didn't even realize how powerful it was going to be for playing the guitar. So this is something called a lead magnet, and I kind of have to work on it to make it free songwriting notation tips report. What's that kind of mean? That's not the best English just yet. Free report, simplified solfeggio system for songwriters, and it's shaped like a book. If you want to know how to create a book type thing, all I did is create the cover, and I can show you how to do that another time. But join my inner circle, friend me, send me a private message. I might call it my tribe or whatever it is. But in general, I think that my sort of inner circle area would be songwriting. And I kind of have to figure out how I'm going to communicate with the leads that I've created for this particular sequence, because they're absolutely highly targeted quote unquote leads. I really don't like the term convert, but in about 5 days I've got 10 interested people, which isn't a ton, but the audience was about 38,000 that I've sent only Facebook ads. I don't think I did the YouTube ads. I'm not sure. I have to layer in more advertising. But you put in your first name, you put in your email address, you get to download the report. And I'm really, really happy with this guy and this gal, and there's me, and there's the free report. There's somebody with some headphones looking at some music and some socks and some coffee or tea, whatever it is, and a guitar. So that's something called a lead magnet. If you want me to help you make your lead magnet, is it for fitness or health or for making money or for accounting? There's so many different things that people are doing for taking care of plants and taking care of your pets. Just a lot of people. The term is they consider themselves one funnel away, right, from the lifestyle of their dreams, from the internet lifestyle, from having a passive or a near passive residual online income, for basically monetizing sort of a subset of their skills or passions or just their abilities. Um, and if that's something that you're interested in, getting done, please talk with me. Now, one of the things that's sort of a feature of working with me is that I do tend to support other people. When I'm supporting other people, they sell really well. Um, I'm just personally, for like my stuff, I'm a pretty bad salesperson. Um, and I've actually done quite a bit of thinking about that. It might have something to do with me having I consider myself as having an ancient Latvian soul. And we were owned for 700 years. And we were owned and told what to do and bought and sold with property. And we had to pay our masters. And if we didn't, we got beaten. And the Swedes published their punishments, however many lashes for, I don't know, bringing cold tea or something. And that's why they were the good masters, apparently, right? The Swedes, for publishing their punishments. It's really something. So there's what's inside. You got your terms and conditions. You got a copyright, and let's take a look at the at what happens when you put your information in there. Now, I'm probably going to change how this works because it's going to take you to a sales page because nobody has purchased yet. But really, I wanted the email, and I wanted to start communicating with the people that download this report. I wanted to start communicating with them personally. Okay, so then the report's on its way. I'm gonna do that now. I was on a funnel building workshop. They're gonna remove that to make them to make these the marketing language makes me really feel horrid, right? Because what? Like if you come in to curetinnitus.org and you're suffering, like a lot of people have gotten in touch with me and they're suicidal. I'm supposed to call that a lead. I've done so badly at monetizing curetinnitus.org. It's just been a disaster. I just spend and people call me and anyway. But the tech all works. So if you're a better salesperson for your stuff than I am, and you need somebody to handle your tech, I don't think I'd bill myself as a virtual assistant. But if you need somebody who's going to just make sure your stuff works, then I'm here to help. Get in touch with me. We can make a monthly rate. We can make an hourly rate. But basically, if I touch it, it works. I make it work. I don't care if it's a bicycle, a homepage, videos. It doesn't matter. I make it work, and so that's really my biggest specialty. Even in high school, like the ping pong ball shooter and the bridge building competition and the architecture competition and the history fair. That was sort of my high school experience. It was like, wow, I'm putting this stuff together, and it works. So for a really, really long time, that's kind of been my role in a lot of settings, to be the person who makes sure that something works. We're going to go back, and so this is the thank you page that they get to. And what I'm doing right now is I'm running advertising to the first landing page. And then this is the sales page. And I have viewers, but you have oh, Mara, hello. I'm just talking about stuff. I don't know if it's interesting for you, but basically I'm here. I've put everything together for all of my websites. I'm going to show 2 more websites. I'm going to show Bible Experts and I'm going to show ads.world. I'm showing how a funnel is going through its sales process right now. And I'm just like, 10 years ago, what was it? I only I like a 2-3 sort of personal client type people. And then sometimes I would go on contracts and go in and fix their stuff. I guess I could show their websites and things. But But if somebody wants to create like a side hustle, um, it's taken me a long time to look within, and there's somebody mentioning me, so we'll see if that's on this. And figure out something that I'm actually willing to broadcast to my friends and my family, and say, hey, if you need this taken care of, I can take care of it for you. Um, I've been like, I'm sharing my weaknesses. My biggest weakness is if it's a personal product of mine, if it's something of mine, a song, a website concept, like an online community, a book that I've written, because I wrote a thriller with a pseudonym. Uh, if it's something of mine, I've had an extremely, extremely difficult time selling it. Won award. I've an award-winning alternative rock album, and I've sold 0 copies of it. 0. It's award-winning. Like 40 people worked on it. And 2 sort of songs that have been selected for particular kinds of honors, sold nothing. So I'm presenting my weaknesses. And if any of my friends or family that are watching this and you want to PM me and you want to say, hey, Dainis, do this tapping or read this book, or this is how you can transform your experience with selling yourself and personally, landing contracts, let me know. And I can also say I've done really well at presenting myself as a solution for doing work that's really uncomfortable and unpleasant work. It's not necessarily work that I actually, really quote unquote like doing. That also has a little bit to do with the Latvian heritage of just being somebody who's really good at stuff that maybe I don't quite enjoy that much. And in this, but what's interesting is that, I'm willing to trudge through the mud, to get to the oasis. And I'm also willing to trudge through the mud for you. It's not that easy nowadays to create well-functioning, business-oriented online presences. It's not. The tech is a mess, and there are competing, plugins, and the code. I'm itchy. There's an itch. Oh. The code conflicts. Stuff stops working. Right? You've got an auto update on WordPress. It just stops working. White screen of death. WSOD. And you got to figure it out. And it's something ridiculous. You got to bring up the console, you get blah, blah, blah. And then the error message is something like really, really not specific. And for me, that's a pretty big difference between now and 20 years ago, 15 years ago. 10 years ago, it started getting sketchy. 15 years ago, at least my experience was, you get an error message. Error message is like error 1.079x. And you go to the technical reference guide and you put in error 1.079x. And it's like, oh, if you see this error, you've got a problem with your graphics card. Oh, and then you look, blah, blah, blah. I mean, and then you go and there's a little wire or something, or you buy a new graphics card and it works because the error message tells you what you need to do. Nowadays, it's just like, the menu, you have to delete your menu and make a new menu, and then it all works again. And that was the dumbest thing ever. Why? Because some code somewhere or something, blah, blah, blah. And you have to find it because it could be either the menu or this plugin or that. And it's this is just a disaster. And so if you have a concept that you want, it can be like a side hustle, it can be a main hustle. Maybe you have a mom and pop business, maybe you've got a brick and mortar business, and you want to have a website going. I've got actually I'll show you my personal website. I have, I guess I'm going to be 48, everybody. I've got some really amazing testimonials. So if you go to DainisWMickle.com and you read those testimonials, there are people that have said really, really nice things about working with me. So if you need someone who's going to really be on your side and really help you make your digital presences work, get in touch with me. I don't know if I want to present like sort of my portfolio now, like the client work that I've done and the jobs that I've had, this type of thing. But I'm just gonna, because I kind of wanted to show these websites. So if you've written a book, right, and you want to learn how to make sort of this kind of image, that's done with a particular website, and I can show you where that website is. This is me teaching, and then you can go in there, you can pay, and there's a cost to the car. I'm super, super, super happy for how he's been able to develop. He's a top gaming composer, and I did some lessons with him about 10 years ago. And let's just look at the back end of Bible Experts, just so that you see, and the front end of Bible Experts, -experts. So this is the front end of Bible Experts, and just to kind of make it clear, this is hard. Like, keeping web presences online, like you could, again, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you make a web presence, it was good for like a year, 14 months. Now, you might have to invest a good number of hours tomorrow. Like the shelf life of a website is so much less now. So it's like, a month, 2 months. And that's why stuff, these business builders like Wix, and that's also why something like ClickFunnels is really appealing, because the technology is moving so quickly, and the kind of updates that you need to do, let me see how many updates I have here. I've got 26 updates. I probably updated last week. Probably I'm going to kick off some updates. Could not instantiate mail function. I'm going to fix that. I'm not going to fix that live. What am I doing? What does it do? Anyway, here's Bible Experts. And even this, the display of this, that these are sort of these video previews, is not easy stuff, right? And then where, the titles are under, the titles are over, where they continuous. See how this is like a line, right? There's a line there. There's a line there. There's a line there. This is not easy stuff. And click load more instead of auto load more, because the whatever lazy load thing was pretty much garbage if you do this kind of stuff. So if you go to BibleExperts.com, that's a website that I made, and it's a community that communicates a particular kind of expertise. Now, that's my advertising thing coming, and I don't have my advertising. There's a little piece of it that I don't have turned on. But anyway, so there's Bible Experts. What else are we going to look at? Because I'm going to close pretty soon. Ads.world. Ads.world is incredibly, incredibly powerful software. Let me go. I'm going to go to my account. See, and then over here, I'm going to go to WordPress. I'm going to type in WordPress ads, ADZ. This is a plugin I created. I hadn't been a developer up until about 2 years ago. I spent about a year and a half kind of in a woodshed, and I created this solution that populates advertising space with advertising that's actually wanted. So the way that I phrased it is, ads.world allows you to create a wholesome consent-based advertising ecosystem for your audience. Again, this is what I'm going to say. I'm a terrible salesperson, obviously. I don't have any beta users. And what it does is, like, if you're at Bible Experts and you're watching, let's just take the first one. You're watching, like, or whatever, let's take this. And you're watching this lecture. You can set it so that every 20 minutes or something like that, first of all, what comes down is this box comes down. It says, hey, what are you planning on buying today? Or what are you interested in getting offers for today? And then if you type in, yeah, later today I'm going to be eating some Chinese food. I'm looking for a new couch for my living room. And what else might you want to buy? I don't know. Whatever you want to buy. Tires for your car, whatever. Then while you're enjoying the lecture at a time that's set by the publisher every 10 minutes, you get offers for the Chinese food. You get offers for the tires you're going to buy. And so it's actually consent based. I'm so powerfully committed to maintaining individual rights and respect of individuals and minorities to prevent mob rule. There's so much mob rule stuff going on. I've got this technological innovation, and again, if somebody's watching this, and if somebody knows how to help me get a nice beta user group, then let me know. All right, so here's ads.world. I'm not going to take a look at the oh, well, if you go to, so that's from the WordPress plugin, and I'm going to end by just going to ads.world, and this is the website itself, right? So I said we've got 100 beta tester spots for online publishers who'd like to make more money with their websites by requiring ad views. The software's phenomenal. It really, really works. And this website, I mean, I'm just gonna say, I think it's a completely acceptable website. Like this, yummy looking grapes. Manage your website like a TV station. There she is. What is permission-based advertising? Earn more by asking instead of spying, which I think is a really reasonable thing to help guide the business community towards. What's this? Run a high-paying network, apply today, serve your own ads, and this is also sort of a neat graphic. And that's pretty much it. All right, there's my account in ads.world, and there's my ads.world wishlist history. This is my wishlist history, and I'm going to click on two-seater sofa. And it's going to populate. There they are. That's just amazing. I mean, it just basically means that if I'm here at Bible Experts and I say that I'm interested in ads for a two-seater sofa, and the ads.world plugin has enabled it at Bible Experts, and all I want is ads for a two-seater sofa and nothing else, then with the ads.world plugin, what you can do is you can have the person buy a two-seater sofa that has nothing to do with the Bible, and 3 to 8%, the 3 to 8% affiliate commission, at least that's the one that is from Amazon.com, because this one is an Amazon. So let's say somebody were to purchase this sofa. Let's go over to it. That sofa can't cost, it's the cover. Okay, $39. Well, anyway, $40. So 10% of $40 is $4, 5% of $5. I mean, 5% is $5, right? And so instead of paying for these biblical lectures directly, the person gets ever better advertising and offers for what they actually want. Okay, I'm getting a little bit tired, and I'm just going to go ahead and sign off. But I am going to title this Facebook Live, and if anybody if you're like at work and your web crew is facing some challenges, maybe you need some copy done, or you need your web presence to work a particular way, or you want to start a side hustle, you want your website to work and work well. I'm again in a position where I have everything. I've got multiple sites up and running. For me, I've got about 4 to 8 websites, but basically not the hosting's not unlimited anymore. But one of them I think might still be unlimited. One of my service plans. Basically, there's no need for it. Doesn't make any sense for me to have all these unlimited licenses and not be helping you. And the environment currently, like, there's all this advice giving, so you can have like you can learn how to do. There's like I think it's called the product launch formula, and you can do you do a bunch of different things like different types of methodologies and copywriting, and there's all kinds of stuff that you can learn. But when push comes to shove, you have to have a business online, and it has to actually work. And making it work is really hard, and it's uncomfortable. But I've trudged in this mud for so long that I'm pretty good. Like, I got pretty good mud shoes, and I know how to strap on the mud gear and just get through it and get stuff to work. Lead magnets work, videos work. Oh my gosh, and stuff with mobile and the mobile viewing. What do they call it? Something with R, for just to make the content actually display properly on computers and on mobile devices and on phones and on tablets. It's a nightmare. It really, really is. And if you want somebody to be there for you and to, when stuff doesn't, you could just get online with me when something doesn't work, and I can rush in and fix it. Ideally, we get to know each other, and I find out about your business concepts, and we work together, and we launch your business, or we do a website, or we do a website redesign, and let me know if there's any way that I can help you or your business, your crew. It's right here. It's sort of the first part of my mission here on my website is I'm here to help. So reach out if you need help. This one was mostly technical. Probably over the course of the weekend, I'm going to do a webinar specifically about writing songs down and about my simplified solfeggio method. And those are kind of the two tracks that I've been on in my life. There's the artistic track, and then there's the IT and technical publishing track. And I'm just making myself available to you and to your crew and to the people that you know to help. So let me know if you want to spruce something up or make something new, and I'll be here to help you make it work. Because that's a big specialty of mine. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks for your time and attention. Thanks.